First at 5:30, an update on the deadly plane crash in Bristol yesterday. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office has identified the pilot who died as John Hall from Lee, New Hampshire. Investigators say his son, Tyler, was the passenger in that plane. He was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. The initial report from the FAA says that the aircraft declared an emergency due to engine issues. The report also confirmed what first responders believed yesterday, that the plane hit terrain along the shoreline and came to rest upside down in 4 feet of water. The NTSB is now inspecting the plane to see what caused the potential engine issues. Police in New Hampshire say a man died after he was hit by an Amtrak Downeaster train yesterday. Police say it happened in Plastow shortly before 2 o'clock yesterday. According to police, that train was heading to Boston and collided with a vehicle that they say was trespassing. The man's body was found alongside the tracks. It's unclear if he was in the car that collided with the train. Police say nobody else was hurt. A man from Whitefield is in custody after a standoff that lasted nearly 10 hours. Deputies with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office say they tried to arrest Robert Willett on a warrant yesterday morning. They say he took off on an ATV and went inside a home. They say Willett surrendered peacefully shortly before 7 o'clock last night. Now he faces charges for criminal threatening and creating a police standoff. Maine's new bell-to-bell, no-cell law went into effect on August 1st. It requires all public schools in the state to stop students from using phones, smartwatches, and other devices during the school day. Maine's largest school district, Portland, started a cell phone ban last year. Students receive Yonder pouches. They put their turned-off phones inside them and snap them shut. The pouches lock with a magnetic pin, like a clothing security tag. Before leaving campus, students unlock their pouches at special stations. The principal at Portland High School says this policy has cut classroom distractions, supported students' mental health, and encouraged more face-to-face interaction.
Once they got used to it, we're talking about, we are talking in the hallways and we're greeting each other and it feels different.
A number of school districts will communicate with parents via an app in case of emergencies or safety incidents. News CENTER Maine's Vivian Lee will have more on this story coming up at 6 o'clock. A peer recovery center in Bangor is asking the city council for help raising money to reopen its day space and diner. It closed those spaces at the end of July after a funding shortfall. News CENTER Maine's Sean Tessler shows us the impact of the closure and how much more money the center needs.
It's been 3 weeks since Together Place has closed its doors to the public. The organization is exploring every avenue to try to get those doors open again.
Not being able to let them in, is painful.
Executive Director Joseph Hartel says his organization needs $220,000 to fill this room once again.
The community wants to see these services and has really spoken with their wallet.
So far, the organization has raised over $156,000.
We're incredibly grateful.
Now Hartel looking to the Bangor City Council to help fill the gap.
Yeah, we can't bail out every agency, but these agencies are providing those valuable services that we do need.
Councillor Susan Falloon says she is open to tapping into unused opioid settlement funds to keep the organization going, though not every councillor agrees.
And I just think that this was more in your core of responsibility. And now you've come to us, and I don't think it's our responsibility.
The discussions come as other organizations see increased demand since Together Place's closure, including the Bangor area homeless shelter.
We need all hands on deck. We have, I don't know the exact number, but there's at least 200 to 300 people who are unsheltered experiencing homelessness.
Hartel hopes the City Council will vote to provide the necessary funds at the September 14th meeting. In Bangor, Sean Tessler, News CENTER Maine.